I think what people fail to realize is that for Venus and Scorpio, it's not all just about sex. I mean, yes, we're a very sexual sign, we're a very sexual placement, Venus and Scorpio, but it's not all about sex. Sex is just like a little piece of it, a little part of it, you know? But sex is a big deal, and we just want to know in this video, why is it such a big deal? Well, let's talk about it, alright? But first, I just want to introduce myself to you if you are a first time watcher. I'm Lamarr Townsend. I am a natural psychic, intuitive, clairvoyant, clairaudient tarot reader slash astrologer slash musician slash artist. And welcome to my channel. Welcome to this video. Thank you for listening and watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram at Lamarr Townsend. Like me on Facebook, facebook.com/Lamarr Townsend Official. You can also contact me at lamarrtownsendtarot.com for your own personal, private, confidential tarot reading. You can also contact me at lamar.townsend@gmail.com for your own personal, private, confidential tarot reading. My readings are not free. They are $1 per minute. You are free to ask any questions you would like. And yeah, so please contact me for your own personal reading at lamarrtownsendtarot.com or lamar.townsend@gmail.com. You can also follow me on Google+, follow me on SoundCloud, and check out my Bandcamp. Alright, so the truth is that I had just a little bit of Hennessy at my friend's house, just like a shot, alright, just a little something something. And I'm feeling really chatty, alright? I'm not a drinker, I have to admit, but my friend offered it to me, and I was like, why not? Sure, you know. It was a free shot of Hennessy, so I was like, yeah, and I honestly think Hennessy is my new favorite alcoholic beverage, to be honest with you, because I feel just right. Like, if I had gotten one more shot, I would be, like, over the edge, but, like, that one shot, like, was perfect, because I'm, like, feeling super chatty, and I just want to talk, you know, and I'm feeling, like, chill, but I'm not feeling like, you know, like how sometimes like you can have alcohol or a shot of something and it like kind of F's you up. I'm not feeling like that. I'm feeling really good. Maybe a little bit hot, but good. Right. Got that out of the way. Um and yes, I am of age. I know I don't look of age. I know I get carded all the freaking time, but I'm 25. At the making of this video, I'm currently 25. I'm about to be 26 this year. Um Born December 27th. I'm a Capricorn, Sun, Libra Moon, Venus in Scorpio, Mars, Mercury in Sagittarius. So I'm very fiery, chill, mellow, but I'm not one to mess with or fuck with, basically. So Venus in Scorpio. Why is Venus in Scorpio so sexual? Why is Venus in Scorpio so sexual? First of all, Scorpio itself is a very sexual sign in general. Scorpio is the sign of sex and rebirth and death and life and things like that. And with life, I mean, life or sex is a big part of life. Without sex, we wouldn't have life, right? So, I mean, the process of life, sex is a pretty big part of that process, all right? Um, but Scorpio can be like also super duper taboo and like into like taboo subjects or taboo sex, and this can start at a young age. Scorpios automatically have an attraction or an affinity towards dark things, and that includes sex. At a young age, most likely Venus and Scorpios are introduced to sex at a young age, whether it be from their family, their parents, you know, their brothers or sisters, their aunts or uncles, their cousins, you know, their friends. Like, sometimes they're introduced to sex in unfortunate ways as well, but it just comes with the scorpionic energy, that Venus and Scorpio placement of just being a very sexual being. Um, you know, Venus, or I guess Venus isn't exalted in Scorpio. Like, it's not. It doesn't like to be in Scorpio. All right, Venus likes to be in Libra. or Taurus, the planets or the signs that it rules, the very lovey-dovey signs, Scorpio is not a very lovey-dovey sign. It's a very secretive sign. It's a sign that likes to delve deep, underneath things, underneath the surface of things. It's a sign that likes sex. It's a sign that uses sex as a way to find out about their partners. I mean, the best way for a Venus and Scorpio person to find out about a person that they're attracted to or that they're interested in is to kind of get into bed with them. Like, it's like if a Venus and Scorpio person is not compatible with another person in bed, then that relationship is not going to work. Or your Venus and Scorpio partner is eventually going to step outside of the relationship and cheat on you if he or she is not being satisfied sexually by you. So it's like the Venus and Scorpio person just really needs a partner who's like an all-in-one person who like is great in bed, who loves them unconditionally despite their craziness and all that type of stuff. Who's open with them, who's honest with them, who helps bring those qualities out in them as well. And all this starts at a young age. Venus and Scorpio can sometimes be born to, how can I put this? Maybe loose parents who are kind of open with their sexuality or open with their sexual proclivities or sexual life. Like, like my mom and dad, like, while they weren't married, they definitely were not shy about their, sexual proclivities, or, what I'm saying? Like, Venus and Scorpio can sometimes grow up in those weird circumstances where, like, they have those parents who don't mind being naked in front of their children. And so Venus and Scorpio grows up in that environment where it's like, oh, being naked is totally cool. I grew up with my parents being naked. I saw my brother naked all the time. Like, it's totally natural. Like, but with seeing naked bodies, like, at a young age, and, like, Venus and Scorpio can also be exposed to sex at a young age, whether it's like, Venus and Scorpio can be put in some weird situations, whether it's like, they're being sexualized or they see other people engaging in sex or being sexualized, and it's like Venus and Scorpio watches, you know what I'm saying? It's a very observant placement, at a young age. It's a very observant placement, you know what I'm saying? Especially observant of relationships between the opposite sexes, relationships between the same sex, even, you know what I'm saying? Like, just very observant of relationships, and sexual tension. And it's like, very like cognizant of stuff like that at a young age. Venus and Scorpio can also be drawn to people who are very like who have like strong sexual power at a young age, or who just like, are very expressive with their sexuality. Like, like a lot of people may be drawn to like Madonna, for her like, like sexual proclivities, and her like tendency to just like, not be afraid to expose herself. Actually, speaking of which, I want to know what is Madonna Venus sign? What is Madonna's Venus sign? Because Madonna's like the perfect person of someone who is just like a Venus and Scorpio would be attracted to. Someone who's not afraid to, express their sexuality and express, like her Venus is in Leo. That's interesting. And she is a Leo. So, someone who's not afraid to express their sexuality, like Madonna. Like, I personally was attracted to Britney Spears at a young age, and she's very like sexually expressive. She was very sexual expressive when I was young. Her Venus is in Capricorn though, so um, I don't know. It's interesting. Like, it's interesting to think about stuff like that. Like, just like, or it could be like Venus and Scorpio at a young age was attracted to like a character or a person, some celebrity figure, or just some person that they know, like maybe a family friend, or like it could even be sometimes that Venus and Scorpio is attracted to like another family member, like an older family member at a young age, and like it's just like they don't know what they're feeling, but they feel attracted to this person. It's like the Venus and Scorpio at a young age is like kind of developing these feelings, and it's just like it's just interesting, like how sexualized a Venus and Scorpio can be at a young age. Looking back like at my youth, like I'm a Venus and Scorpio, and like just looking back at my youth, just how like sometimes totally like nonchalant my family was with like certain things of sexual context or natures like around me, when I was young. And I'm even talking about like my super duper like religious family. Like I recall certain conversations that they had, when I was young. Like, and I would just be listening really intently, like, what is that? And what does that mean when she puts that in her mouth? Or, what does that mean when he and then I remember like watching movies with my family and like they would be doing like sexual things. Like I remember watching like porn like with my uncle and like my like friends like some of my friends would like send me porn on AIM chat and like it was just like I could tell you some stories, dude. Like I'm gay, but like I have when I was young I had like girls sending me like pics of their like boobs. Like it's just like the sexual like energy that Venus and Scorpio attracts at a young age. When I was a kid, like, like, dude, oh my God, yeah, I'm going way back. When I was a kid, I remember having a babysitter. And I remember being with, there were like other kids. It was like me and I think it was like maybe two or three other dudes and like these girls. And we would all go in this room and we would like all I guess practice being adults. We would like kiss each other and like it was just really weird and uncomfortable for me because it was just like I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just going along because I guess this is what you have to do, and I'm like hooking up with a girl at like 4 years old. It's just like really weird. And I remember one time the same girl and I were caught in like a really weird position when we were like four by the same babysitter, and it was like I was just like, oh my God, like just super duper sexualized at a young age for no reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And then when I was young, like I got caught in a few instances with other boys, like I totally remember my grandma having a conversation with me after us getting caught. Me and this other guy, me and this I guess a family friend, you know what I'm saying? Um got caught kind of hooking up a few times, like as like a 4 year old or like a not even a 4 year old. It was like a I was probably like 8 or 10, like you know what I'm saying. But it was like totally consensual. But who knows about consent at like 8 years old, right? Like, but here me and this like little here me 8 year old and this other 8 year old thought we were like we knew what we were doing, like. And then just like so many other instances, like of this, like one time me and this guy were in the bathroom in the middle school, and he just dropped. He was like, "Yo, look at me," and then he like just dropped his pants. And I was just like, what the hell?" Like just things like that happening, like in middle school, like you know what I'm saying. Like I don't know how it was in your middle school, but in my middle school, like guys would like grab each other's asses. Like guys would grab my ass all the time, and I didn't know how to react because it's just like so weird, so weird, so weird. Like being sexualized at such a young age. Like you don't really know how it affects you, I guess, until now. It's like, well, wow, I'm really sexual now. Like, you know. I mean, it's like, was I primed to be that way, or is that just who I am? Like, it's like kind of like confusing, I guess. It's just weird, like weird experiences like that Venus and Scorpio goes through at a young age, man. Just weird sexual experiences like that where it's just like what I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. And then I remember at a young age also being attracted to like older guys, like but feeling like it was like totally not like cool or totally not acceptable. Like I never did anything with them, but like I just definitely was like, oh my god, this guy's really cute, but like I'm really young and I don't even know who I am. I don't even know if I like guys. Like I don't know. I don't even know if I like guys really. Like, but like you know, like it's just weird. Like you know, it's like a lot of those times I was just kind of thrust into like the situations. It's like not like I really wanted to be a participant of it, but like I mean, who knows what you're doing at when you're like you know 2, like or 4, or 3, or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like I don't know, you know, 12, 15. It's so weird. So Venus and Scorpio is like super duper sexualized at a young age, and it's just the placement, you know. Um, it's kind of what you're taught love is in a way. It's like love is sex. Sex is love. It's an expression of love. But then you quickly learn that it's not always necessarily an expression of love. It's not always necessarily about love, sex, you know. And that in itself can be very confusing for Venus and Scorpio because it's like, but wait, when I was a kid, I grew up with all these experiences thinking that this was love, and you know, now I'm confused. Like, you know, so Venus and Scorpio can have like a little bit of confusion sometimes growing up, you know, around sex, you know, because they have to kind of find their own definition of what sex is to them. Because it feels like, you know, for so long, sex was defined, like, you know, for them, you know. This is what it is. This is how it should be. This is how you should feel, you know? It's like, that's not really cool, you know? But at the same time, it kind of like made me like who I am. Like, it made you who you are as well, you know? And when I was a young kid, like, I remember getting like, I remember this one time I will never forget. I was supposed to go fishing with. Oh, I don't know if I'm spilling too much tea. I was supposed to go fishing with my aunt's then boyfriend and his son. And I got along really well with his son. Like he would come over all the time. We would play Kingdom Hearts all the time. But even like with him, like it was like there was like an element of like, I definitely remember moments of like there was like sexual energy. You know, like it's like, was it him or was it me? Like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. It's just like thinking back on that. This conversation is so weird, but it's like I feel like it's important. I hope you understand where I'm going with this. All right. So where was I going with this? Um. Oh, okay. So as a kid, yeah, I was supposed to go fishing with my aunt's then boyfriend and his son, because I mean his son got along really well, and I think like his son like so we were like chilling, I guess. I don't remember what we were doing. Like a lot of times, like my aunt would pick me up and we would go to his house and I would just chill with his son, and we would play like GTA, like Grand Theft Auto or whatever we would do. Like you know what I'm saying? Like play video games and just chill, be kids or whatever. Um, but there were definitely some weird moments of like sexual tension or just weird energy of like between me and that kid. Like I definitely remember like he might have even asked me if I was gay or something, or like I don't know, it was something weird, but like his dad, dude, his dad like I remember one time like his son asked him something. Um but I think his son mentioned me, and like you know, I guess he was like, you know, can Lamarr go fishing with us tomorrow or something like that? Because I was supposed to go fishing with them, and like the dad looked at me, and the gleam in his eyes, like when he looked at me, and like the smirk, like said everything. Like, dude, this dude is weird. You know, like the gleam in his eyes, and like it just like it was really weird. Like I felt super duper sexualized, but I didn't know what it was at that age. I knew it was really weird and wrong, but I was like, I can't verbalize it. Needless to say, I never went on that fishing trip. I said something to my mom. I don't remember what it was. I was like, I think I was just like, I don't really know if I want to go fishing. Like, I don't really know. I think I was just like, is it just gonna be me, and what's his name, and his dad? Like, I don't know if I really want to go fishing. And I think my mom eventually caught on and was like, is there something I need to know? Is there something I need to say to somebody? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's up, basically? Like, why are you acting so weird? But I didn't want to start anything. Um, I don't know if my aunt's listening right now. She's in the room next door. I didn't want to start anything because she can kind of draw drama to her clearly. So I was just like, no. I was just like, I don't think I'll go. I don't want to go. And I never went, you know. And I'm so glad I didn't go because just that was really weird. The energy I got from him. Um, so just weird stuff like that where it's like you're a kid and you just have this feeling or this knowing or this just like situation where it's like you don't know what's going on, but you know it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? I had so many of those moments, in my life. Thankfully, nothing like super bad where I was like, nothing super bad or traumatic, but definitely some weird instances, man, as a kid. And I guess that's every kid, but I don't know, man. I don't know. So weird. It's so weird thinking back up on my childhood and how all the sexual undertones in it, like or just the overt sexual situations that like I was like involved in. I guess like wow, you know, crazy. Um, I think it's just a part of figuring out yourself and kind of learning to define what sex is for you as a Venus and Scorpio because the sex is such a big part of your being and your essence and it's a big part of a relationship for you, whether you know it or not, whether you accept it or not, it's a big part of a relationship for you. So you need to define it for yourself. What is sex for you? Is it love? And if that's the case, then you need to find someone to have sex with who loves you. Is it pleasure? Like, what is sex to you? Is it, I don't know, what is it for you? Like I kind of had to think, what is it for me? Is it love? Hmm. Something to think about, right? Venus and Scorpio, like, what is sex to you? We grow up in such a sexualized world, with all these, subliminal messages, and directions of how and what and when and you know what I'm saying from other people. But it's like, what? How do we feel inside about it? Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I mean, and it doesn't even just like go from my childhood. It like keeps going. Like, like there's just weird sexual experiences, just being very sexualized by other people or very like, very sexualized by other people. Like I guess people just always want to have sex with you or like I don't know, it's weird, you know, but it's also uncomfortable sometimes, you know. And I guess growing up, you learn how to deal with it as a Venus and Scorpio, because, I mean, it's part of the course, but, you know, it's just weird looking back, like, dang. I guess the Hennessy doesn't help. I don't know. I hope you got something out of this video. I got something out of this video. I now understand myself a little bit more, and I remembered some memories that I thought I forgot a long time ago. Dude, I remember being in kindergarten and like going in the bathroom and like, yeah, I'll just stop there. All right, man. Wow. I don't even know what to say. I guess it's just a part of being a Venus and Scorpio, you know? And a part of discovering yourself. Who are you sexually? What do you like sexually, you know? It's just kind of a shame that we kind of have to be aware of that at such a young age, you know, of like of sex, you know. It's like we can't be innocent, you know what I'm saying? Like we do just crazy shit, man. Crazy shit. And still like still crazy shit. Like you should hear some of the stuff people ask me to do with them. I'm like, "Excuse me? I am more classy than that. Like what are you talking about?" But low key, I want to peek underneath the blinds and watch at least. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll probably watch for like 5 minutes and then I'll be like, okay, I'm over it, you know? I don't know. But I don't know if I want to participate. Like, and that's a part of learning about myself and learning about myself sexually. I'm not into that, and that's totally okay. You know? Thank you for listening and watching to this video. Thank you for, I hope you had a glass of Hennessy or wine or whatever while you were watching this video, or coffee, whatever. You know, whenever you're watching this video, I am going to probably order some pizza, aka breadsticks and a salad, because F pizza this late at night. I don't want heartburn, and I also don't want to gain 10 pounds overnight. Because, you know, pizza can leave you, like, really bloated the next day when you eat it really late. Anyways, I digress. Plus, I have to look cute, like, when I meet my next, you know, boy toy or boo. Anyways, thank you for listening and watching, and listening to me rant and talk about Venus and Scorpio, one of my favorite subjects, placements to talk about. Shout out to Simon Benjamin and all you other beautiful YouTubers out there talking about Venus and Scorpio. Thank you guys for being so awesome. Please follow me on Instagram at Lamarr Townsend, Facebook, facebook.com/Lamarr Townsend official. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Contact me at Lamarr Townsend, tarot.com for your own personal, private, confidential reading, or lamarr.townsend@gmail.com. Excuse me. Peace out.